world, and welcome back to Stuff We Do, where we do all the knife stuff you love. Knife reviews, knife tests, knife modifications, and outdoor stuff with knives. Today we're making a knife slip. Okay, let's make a slip for this knife. This is my old-timer, the one with the beautiful bone. Wonderful knife. And then under this thing, I have a piece of, what's this, recycled leather that I'm going to make a slip with. Okay, so I'm going to cut it, glue it, and then stitch it and make it so I can neck carry this thing or put it in my pocket. Yeah, we'll see what I'm gonna do now. Okay, so let's see. We have this thing. I want it to go in like that. Yeah, about like that, because I want pieces sticking out at the top, because I want to make this like a neck carry. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it like that. Okay, so I need about that much. So let's say that line over there looks like a line. How straight is this thing? Okay, not super straight, so let's quickly cut that thing. What am I going to cut it with? Hold on a second. Okay, I'm going to use this little thing. This is a wonderful little thing. It's a little keychain utility knife. I have a video on this thing. Where can we see it? It's called Key Gear. Key Gear. Okay, and it's a marvelous little thing. Okay, so look at it. It's a small little thing. You can hide in your hand. Okay, not that I say hide it in your hand to do all kinds of nefariousness, but let's quickly just screw this thing up a bit. Don't cut too hard on the first cut, because you want to cut through it. Maybe, okay, maybe I just did it too hard from the beginning. Anyway, so cut it softly so you can cut it in pieces nicely. Okay, and I said I'm gonna make it about that much. So let's see, how much is that much? It's 2 and a bit. 2 and a bit. About there. Now that looks about straight, I think. Hopefully. If not, it's not the end of the world. Okay, again, don't cut too deep the first time. Also, don't cut your stickers, but it's a cutting mat, so I'm supposed to. Okay, put the other piece away, because we're not going to use that. This little piece we can chuck away. Okay, so now it's going to look like that. Just quickly check again, will it still fit? Yes, it will. Okay, so I'm going to glue down the sides. Now, wood glue is a safer option if you don't have all kinds of weird glues. But I'm going to use, yes, super glue or crazy glue, whatever you call it, wherever you live. Model glue, yeah, I don't know. Millions of names for the same thing. Okay. Now stick it, but now I need clampy things. Ow. Okay, and I have no clampy things. Okay, so I'm gonna go look for clampy things and then I'll be back. Okay, beautiful. So this thing is clamped together. Now it's gonna take a few seconds. So I'm gonna get a fork, something to space my holes so I can quickly drill them out and then stitch them. Okay, I suppose that's fine now. It's been a few seconds. Okay, so here we have this thing. No, it didn't really stick, but I don't really care. Okay, now take this thing. Just make sure you are on the side. I'm not going to start right at the top. So I'm going to start about there. And then, as I can see the holes, I'm golden. Okay, so now I just put, I can't see. Ah, there we go. Okay, so I just put these two in those two. Is that kind of a straight line? Yes, it is. More. Is that in there? Sorry, I can't see and have you see, but I suppose it's more important for me to see. Okay, there we go. I have one line of stitching done. So I'm just going to dab them with a black thing or with a pencil just so I can see them more clearly. Before I drill them out, I'm just going to do the other side. Okay, I have a broken little drill bit that I'm going to use to drill my holes. So yes, I'm going to take this little drill press of mine. Oh, sorry. Put a piece of wood on it, put in the little thing, and then quickly drill them out. Okay, I got impatient. Okay, I got impatient and I started rushing. So they're not as straight as they used to be, but it's fine. Okay, so in this beautiful purple bag of mine, I have my waxed thread. Okay, now this is nylon thread and it's waxed. Now we use this for leather work. Not that I can call what I do leather work, but still. Okay, now somewhere in here I have 2 needles. I just need to find them. Okay, I can feel one. I can feel it, but I cannot get it. Okay, 2. So now what you do, you take a length of this stuff. You take a knife that you like. You cut the thread. And then you put one side into one of these things. Now trying to get things, I cannot even see which side is the hole. That side, I think. Okay, then you put it through there. Now everybody's got a way of doing this, but I tend to do better if I can't actually see it and just try to shove it through. Okay, there we go. Okay, make a little loopy loop. In the other side. I hope you can see this, because I cannot see anything. This is what happens when you're trying to do crafty crafts and you don't wear your spectacles. Okay, we're through. Okay, now, again, clever people would have things like stitching ponies and whatnot. I do not have that. So, what you pretty much do now is you get this stuff through. See, like that, both needles through. Then you go through that hole, pull it that way. Okay, there's all kinds of clever little weird turny things and whatnot that people do. I don't do any of that. Then you go back through that same hole, pull it this way, pull it tight, and that's your first stitch of your saddle stitching stitched. Okay, and a stitch in time saves 9. I'm still not sure what that means. Okay, and then you just, can you actually see this? No, you cannot. But it's fine. Everything is fine today. I'm just cranky because I have this stomach thing. I don't know what you call it, but my diaphragm, the opening through which your esophagus goes, has opened up, and now my stomach is trying to go live next to my heart or something like that. I might be explaining this badly. Anyway, so I'm struggling to eat at this stage, and I have to go for a few procedures and an operation and whatnot at some stage. But until that happens, it means I'm eating mush. And that makes me sad, because I like to braai. Okay, I'm gonna bring you back when I'm done with that. You see what it's gonna look like? Like that. Okay. Okay, so when we get to the end and you want to finish it off, you just put it through a hole towards the top again. So it, I don't know, both come out at the same side at the back. And then you snip them a little way from the edge and you get a lighter. And then you quickly make them burn, and you just pat them down. Okay, could you see that? Okay, so there we go. One side done. Okay, so now I'm going to do the other side, and then I'll show you what we do next. So there I have that thing, and it still looks quite horrible. I have the open part at the bottom. Okay, let's just quickly see. Does it fit? Like a glove. Now I can carry it like that, I suppose, but eventually it's going to fall out. So I'm going to punch a few holes in here, and then I'm going to take this whole thing to the, what do you call that thing? To the grinder. Just eat off the little corners, square this nonsense where I cut badly. Maybe brown the edges, just something like that. And then I will darken the whole thing with mineral oil. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to punch things now. I bought these things many years ago. I'm not talking about earbuds. I'm talking about these things. These are the cheapest leather punches you can find, but they work. Okay, so now that's a bit too small. Let's go a bit bigger. Yeah, about that size. Okay, so we are going to take this. Yeah, about there looks fun and fine. Okay, I'm turning the thing as I'm punching so that it goes all the way through. Can you see that? And then when you take it out, you have a beautiful round hole. Now, where's this one gonna go? Yeah, that looks about right, according to my eyes. Okay, this is not super thick leather. Now do you see why all the little round holes are here? Okay. Now we have holes. Okay, I'm going to sand this thing. I'm not going to show you that, and then I'll bring you back when we darken them. So now's the time when you can actually wet form this thing. Excuse me, like I said, this is recycled leather, so it was part of a different project at a different time, and the stitching does look horrible, but it's fine. Okay, I'm going to use some of this mineral oil, food safe mineral oil. This is actually things you use for what do you call it, butcher blocks and stuff like that. You just get a piece of paper towel. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Yes, let's do it the messy way. Okay, rub, 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 everywhere, and the sides, they have been sanded nicely, the corners have been rounded off. Yeah, you see what I mean? Nice and dark. I'm going to leave it in the sun now for a few minutes, and then we will attach a lanyard and do whatnot. Okay, I just get the back also. The back I'm not too worried about, because this is going to hang against my shirt or chest or whatnot. Okay, beautiful. I'm going to leave this in the sun for a little while, and then I'll bring you back when we are adding our lanyard and knife. Okay, so this thing looks pretty nice. You can touch it. It's nice and soft and supple and whatnot. Now I wanted to take black paracord, but I think that's gonna look bad. So I'm taking this beautiful piece of leather. This was actually the shoelaces I got with my, what's the thing? My shoes I bought from Strauss & Co. leather. So if you actually want to see real leather things, go check there, because I'm just playing at knowing what I'm doing. Actually, I never know what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay, make a little loopy loop over there. Beautiful. This will be behind my neck. This thing will look like this now. And then we will take our beautiful knife. Which way are we going to put it in? This way or this way? Let's do it this way. Maybe it's going to be easier to put in and out. And there we go. A beautiful functional neck carry for my beautiful old-timer. Check the video on that thing. Check the video on everything I did. Some of you are actually doing that. Thank you very much. Yes. Oh, and one or two people asked me about knives. What's the thing's name? Pickled steel. Okay, so I ordered a few pickled steel knives. Yes, so we'll be looking at that. I have no idea what's going on there, but it's going to be interesting. Okay, that's me. Stay safe, happy, have a good one. Goodbye.